What would you do if you found yourself stranded in the wilderness? The prospect of such a situation is frightening, isn't it? Yet, it is a scenario that could arise, and how you respond could mean the difference between life and death. In moments of crisis, your reactions are primarily dictated by two things: your prior knowledge and how well you're prepared. Are you prone to panic? Or would you harness the deep-seated instinct that lies within the human psyche, the will to survive? It's time to ponder this question, because survival in the wild isn't merely about enduring physically, but also mentally. Your ability to strategize, adapt, and endure can be the defining factor. The acquisition of certain survival skills could prove crucial, and this very knowledge can be the key to your survival. Today, we're going to delve into some essential survival skills that could very well save your life one day. Firstly, one must know how to start a fire. Fire, the lifeline of any wilderness survival scenario, is not just a source of warmth, but also a beacon of safety, deterring potential predators and providing the means for essential survival tasks like cooking food, purifying water, and even sending distress signals. The art of fire starting is a primitive skill that revolves around a sacred triad: fuel, oxygen, and a source of ignition. Fuel, the first element, can be derived from readily available organic materials like dry leaves, twigs, and branches. The key to choosing your fuel is ensuring that it's sufficiently dried to ignite quickly. In the wilderness, it's often a challenge to find dry materials, especially during damp or rainy periods. Oxygen, the second, is abundantly available in the atmosphere. However, for the fire to sustain, it must have access to a consistent airflow. This is achieved by arranging your fuel in such a way that it allows sufficient oxygen to flow in. A teepee-like structure is often recommended, as it leaves a small opening for the inflow of oxygen. Lastly, we need a spark, a source of ignition. This could be from various sources such as flint and steel, a lighter, or even a battery and steel wool. Direct the spark onto the leaves to ignite them, carefully the initial flame, until it's strong enough to sustain itself and consume the heavier fuel. Ultimately, the successful creation of fire requires practice and perseverance. A robust fire can be the difference between survival and providing you with the warmth, safety, and utility you need to survive. Strike your flint and steel or use a lighter to create a spark. Direct the spark onto the leaves to ignite the fire. Water, the essence of life, is the next crucial survival skill. In the vast expanse of nature, far from the convenience of modern utilities, we find ourselves reliant on the natural water sources available. These water bodies, while bountiful, are often teeming with bacteria and other microscopic organisms that can cause harm if ingested, parasites that can lead to severe illness. This contamination makes it unsafe to drink without proper treatment. To render water sources safe for consumption, you need a few basic tools: a container to hold the water, a means to generate heat, typically a fire, and most importantly, the virtue of patience. By filling your container with the water you suspect is contaminated, using your fire as a source of heat, place the container over it until the water begins to simmer, and then let it ascend to a rolling boil. Maintaining this rolling boil for a minimum of 1 minute is crucial. This duration of high temperature exposure is necessary to effectively kill most, if not all, of the pathogens present in the water. This procedure, while time-consuming, ensures that the water you will be ingesting is safe. This process should kill most pathogens, making the water safe to drink. Finding shelter is another vital survival skill. Shelter serves as a barricade against the harsh elements and a haven for the weary. It shields you from the unpredictable weather and can make the difference between life and death in extreme conditions. A well-constructed shelter can mitigate the dangers of hypothermia or overheating. When it comes to creating a makeshift shelter, nature provides you with the necessary materials. Begin by identifying a sturdy structure to act as a foundation, such as a fallen tree or a robust branch leaned against a tree. This framework acts as a strong base, stability, and structure. Once the foundation is secured, it's time to gather materials to build the walls and roof. Start a careful search for branches, leaves, and miscellaneous debris lying around. Be patient and meticulous, as the effort you put into this step could greatly impact your comfort and safety. Once your collection is complete, use these materials to construct the walls and carefully interlace the branches together, ensuring they're tightly packed. Layer leaves and debris to create a solid barrier against the wind and rain. Don't forget to leave an opening for entrance and exit. Insulation is the final step in the shelter construction. Dry leaves are a great insulator, heat and providing comfort. Stuff the interior walls with them to help maintain a consistent temperature inside the shelter. Remember, a well-insulated shelter can be a lifesaver in a chilly night. Make sure to insulate the inside with dry leaves for warmth. In conclusion, the ability to signal for help is frequently not given the importance it deserves. Yet it is an incredibly crucial survival skill, a cornerstone that could mean the difference between life and death. In survival situations, communication becomes a resource as valuable as food or water. While many people focus on what they can carry to survive, they often disregard the importance of being able to send a crucial message: need help. One common way to signal for help is by setting up 3 fires in a straight line. This is a widely accepted method, one that is universally recognized as a distress signal. The significance of this method is profound. It's a universal cry for help, a beacon of hope that can draw rescuers to your location. Alternatively, 3 sharp, distinct blasts on a whistle can also act as a distress signal. Sound travels far, especially in quiet wilderness, making it an effective way to draw attention position. However, visual signals are also crucial, particularly during daylight hours. Always carry a mirror or a brightly colored cloth. Reflecting sunlight off a mirror can catch the attention of aircrafts overhead, while a brightly colored cloth can be spotted against the backdrop of nature. Both these methods can prove to be extremely effective in helping you signal aircraft during the day. In summary, remember these vital survival skills: starting a fire, purifying water, building a shelter, and signaling for help. These abilities are the bedrock of survival, serving as your lifeline when navigating through the wild. Fire provides warmth and protection. It's an essential skill. Water, the elixir of life, must be purified before consumption to prevent disease. Building a shelter serves as protection from harsh weather conditions, and signaling for help can direct rescuers towards you. These skills are crucial in any survival situation and can potentially make the demarcation between life and death. Keep in mind, it's not about sheer strength or speed. Survival is about adaptation and wit. Equip yourself with these skills and knowledge, remain adaptable, and you will rise as the master of your own survival story. Remember, it's not the strongest or the fastest who survive, but those who adapt. So equip yourself with knowledge and become the master of your own survival story.